What if I told you that the color of an egg yolk could reveal its hidden nutritional power?
Even when you bang it, it will stay the ordinary yellow that we know from the birds that don't feed on pastures. But if you bang this one...
These guys have cracked the secret to producing deep yellow, vitamin-rich eggs without antibiotics.
We extract the juice from the pastures, and then the fiber residue is...
Watch as they reveal how a special blend of natural pastures and herbs transforms ordinary eggs into a superfood.
And what you give the chicken is what you give you. If you give it herbs, it picks it into the yolk.
So behind me, it's LOKO. So I was intrigued by the fact that these people are producing eggs with yellow yolks. I'm going to speak to the representative from LOKO Organic Yellow Yolk, and they tell us more about what they are doing and what they're exhibiting here in the Harvest Money Expo.
LOKO is a brand name for a special egg. We learned that chicken do extract a lot of nutrients from what they eat and put it in the yolk. And then from the yolk, you get that crude protein and other things. It actually extracts the vitamins. We have our LOKO chicken. Our LOKO chicken, when they don't feed enough of the carbs and the protein, and they don't get the 120, 130 grams, they actually fill up. If it eats 60 grams, it eats pastures from around. So they feed themselves and make that LOKO deep yellow yolk egg. So that's where we started from, and the story for LOKO came through. And that's where the brand came through. So we are mimicking the LOKO egg. So we went around and learned what the bird can eat. So we blended herbs and pastures that can add value to our bodies. So we got variety of pastures that are herbal, and variety of pastures that have crude proteins and can extract that carotene to make the yolk deep yellow. So that's what we blended, and we learned over 2.5 years how this LOKO bird comes through. We are currently planting them on 27 acres for our farm. So that's what we're doing. So like you see over there, we've brought in some examples of the herbs that we bring about and put together. And then this chicken eats them. But how we do it is we extract the juice. We have a juice extractor. We extract the juice from the pastures because these birds mainly are either in cages. So we extract it, and then the fiber residue is mixed in the feed. And then that concoction, which has a secret formula, is what makes the egg yolk yellow. So it has a blend of herbs and has benefits. So the bird does not refuse, just like you see the birds behind me.
Are those broilers?
No, they're not broilers. They are just white birds that produce white shell eggs. So just like any other birds, they produce white shell eggs. So we add value to the egg by giving them the pastures and the herbs. So they drink them and they never get sick.
Wow. So you
just
don't
keep, just like
rely
the LOKO bird in the village.
On these antibiotics and
No, we don't put in any antibiotics. Those birds are 110 weeks old. But they are very healthy, they still and they don't take any antibiotics. Just like you see a LOKO bird in the village. When it gets sick, it goes around and picks that herb and gets better. Now, it's not only herbs, but the pact of the vitamins. In Uganda, in my country, we have matoke. The matoke has two types of cooking. We put them in the banana leaves and wrap them, and we steam them. And others, you can just peel them and put them in the water. But they both don't look alike, and they don't taste alike. The ones that are wrapped in the banana leaves are steamed. They get that carotene from the green from the banana fibers and put it in the matoke. That's why it becomes yellow. What is pulling out are the vitamins. That's why our food is rich and organic, and it is sweeter. And then this one is just like the normal matoke. But which one do you prefer to take?
The one in the banana leaves.
The one in the banana leaves. And the more you cook it, the deeper the yellow becomes.
I didn't know that's why.
Well, if in Uganda here we cook matoke, like in the morning, it goes on. By the afternoon, if you cook it for 1 hour, it becomes light yellow. The deeper you cook it and the longer you cook it, becomes deeper. So the same applies to this egg. We have blended that, and the deeper the yellow, just like you see, that means it has had a deeper pasture, a deeper green, and it has processed it into an egg.
Okay, you people, I know you are so intrigued about the story and you would love to know more about this, but these are just highlights. We're in the expo, they're exhibiting their product. If you want to know more about this product, they're still here tomorrow and even day after tomorrow. But most importantly, you can visit them. They're going to leave their contacts behind, and maybe, hopefully, if you ask for it, we can visit their farm. Like he mentioned, it sits on a very huge land. So we can visit their farm and we explore more about LOKO Yellow.
Example of the yellow yolk.
Yeah, but for now he has something to demonstrate to us. So what do you have here?
Now these are two types of eggs. This one is the one that is local, from these birds that eat pastures, and these ones are from the normal eggs that we know that don't feed. Yeah, from layers, but they don't feed on pastures. This egg and this egg are all eggs from a chicken. This one is laid by a white chicken. This one is laid by a brown chicken. It's just the shell, but what is inside is what is most important. Even this bird can produce the deep yellow yolk egg if it's on feeding on pastures and the herbs. It will. So that's why this one looks like this one and this one looks like this one. If you crack it, it's not concocted. The yellow is actually deeper than this one.
Yeah, that's very true.
So you could see the yellows are deeper. If you crack it, it will give you a deeper yellow. Yet this one is lighter yellow because it doesn't have pastures. Even when you bang it, it will stay the ordinary yellow that we know from the birds that don't feed on pastures. But if you bang this one, it will give you, because of the yellow it eats, the carotene and the pastures that you have seen.
Okay, someone is going to ask, what's the big deal though between lighter yellow and
Deeper yellow.
Is it so important?
It's not very important, but what they eat is what causes the yellow. People usually associate this because of the local birds that we have. But because the pastures cause a deeper yellow, and it is sweeter, and it's packed. Now the yellowness is a representation of vitamins, is a representation of the carotenes, the herbs, and all those. That's what makes it deeper. So that's one sign we use to show that these eggs are deeper. I can show you, bring me those, the herbs and the packed ones. So if you look behind me, you will see that those birds are actually drinking the herbs in the water. Yes. And we blend them and squeeze them and make a concoction that we mix into their water. Then the residue, we put it in the feed. This is the residue that comes out from the pastures, and we squeeze it into this with the machine. So this is what like you see the chicken up there drinking, and they feed, this one we mix it in the feed, so they won't refuse it because they're also in cages.
Isn't it bitter? Or there is a way you mix it and it's not?
Vitamins are not usually bitter, but of course there's some bits of bitterness here and there. But the chicken gets used to it because and eventually it keeps it healthy. It doesn't take antibiotics, it doesn't take all those things, so it keeps healthy. And what you give the chicken is what you give you. If you give it antibiotics, it picks them into the yolk. If you give it herbs, it picks it into the yolk. If you give it vitamins, rich vitamins, it picks it into the yolk. Then you take it into the body and it prevents you from diseases. Now, what we've seen from this egg is that it helps in hypertension control and cholesterol control because of the herbs and everything that it eats. It helps to enrich you with vitamins to protect you from diseases, and it is sweet, and many other benefits that you can see from the board.
I'm from actually buying a tray of eggs from my customer LOKO. They are very delicious to help. I think I wish I came here earlier in the morning. We would have had the whole day, but we don't have the whole day here. And if you wish so, kindly comment in the comment section below if you really want us to feature Mr. LOKO on our channel for more insights about organic farming. I'm sure you are as curious as I am. I've interacted with him.
Look for LOKO, not the white egg, not the brown egg. It's the LOKO, what the bird eats. So LOKO has it, and the brand is LOKO from LOKO Harvest. Yes, organic yellow yolk eggs, rich in vitamins and has those herbal ingredients that protect your body.
You've had it yourself. All right, so comment in the comment section below if you want us to host him on our channel for an exclusive, right? All right, thank you so much for sticking by on this journey of exploring poultry farming in Harvest Money Expo.